Good Friday morning. This is 106.1 KYVZ. Joe Vazurek visiting with Ag meteorologist Chris Schrammick at Decision Weather Now, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. Chris, we have a relatively muggy start to the morning.
Yeah, Joe, we got several reasons for that muggy start. We've been talking for several days now about this high pressure ridge that's been setting over the plains and allowing southwesterly monsoonal flow to come out of Colorado and the southwest, creating that moisture and those daily rain chances. And the last two nights, we'd have caught rain across the tri-state area, albeit that most of it's set out there along the Kansas-Colorado border or north of the Nebraska line, where we've seen the last couple of nights anywhere from 1 to 3 inches, 4 or 5 in some of those isolated locations in Kit Carson County and some of those spots up there in Nebraska. But those areas have seen that excessive rain, and those here in the northwest Kansas, let's say the 36 corridor, and then you get down to I-70, it varied and become much more scattered. Last night's activity, we had that 1 3-inch type rains out there along the border. South of I-70, you had anywhere from a half inch to an inch, and then you go north of I-70 and to the west of Highway 83, we saw anywhere from a quarter of an inch or less, and very scattered in that location. However, we do have humidities this morning that are 100% at our monitors in Norton, Atwood, and Oberlin, where we've got dew points and temperatures at 67, 66 degrees, and they're zero difference between them. You get to Oakley, Colby down there on I-70, you got 3 degree dew point depressions, and then out there in Colorado, you got 1 and 2. So we're going to start the morning again like we have been with this monsoonal flow pattern with the fog and the clouds, and then it'll burn off in the afternoon, and we'll watch some disturbances later today if they'll come out of Colorado. We're expecting all that activity to stay in Colorado here tonight. It may see 1 or 2 sneak across the Nebraska border into southwest Nebraska this evening, but the storm activity is probably lessening as that high pressure ridge will slowly start shifting eastward over the weekend. That'll heat our temperatures up. We're going to go highs right around 90 this afternoon because of the morning clouds. Saturday and Sunday, we won't have that. The winds will turn more southwesterly as that high pressure shifts to the east, and we'll see temperatures climb into the middle to upper 90s north of I-70, or actually north of a line from Sharon Springs to Norton. You go south of that, and we're going to see triple-digit heat and possibly heat advisories. So we've got heat for the weekend. All the storm activity will probably stay out to the west along the Front Range, and then we'll see a flattening of that ridge, high-pressure ridge, and a trough working through the northern plains and the Canadian border Monday, Tuesday. Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, the thunderstorm chances will come back into the forecast. And then when we get to Wednesday, Thursday, an actual trough will come through. That'll pull cooler air down from the north and west and set up a pattern moving through the Labor Day holiday and into the first week of September that will be cooler. We're talking 80-degree, more seasonal high temperatures, maybe even some 70s. Lows now going from the 60s into the 50s. And we'll keep the rain chances coming from the west with that zonal flow and possibly a cutoff low and more activity coming from the north and west in troughs as we head into that September timeframe past Labor Day. So the good news is rain chances will stay in the forecast. That'll help us chip away at our drought issues and possibly be good for getting the wheat planted. May not be enough to save the corn. The corn stuff will be hit and miss and spotty due to what we've seen already this summer, but it looks like cooler temperatures after a hot weekend and a hot start next week will come hopefully past Labor Day.
Once again, that's Ag meteorologist Chris Schrammick at Decision Weather Now, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. For KYVZ Radio, I'm Joe Vazurek.